We're gonna race a Lamborghini Gallardo in the Baja 1000. What's up guys, I'm Dylan Foal, and if you haven't heard yet, world famous shrewd negotiator and cheap Lamborghini ambassador Ed Bolian has partnered with Sway to basically give away one of his Lamborghini Gallardos for the ridiculous price of $35,000. Whoever can pitch the best idea for what they would do with it gets to take it home. It was a theft recovery that his app VinWiki helped find. If you want the whole backstory, go check it out on his channel, link down below. Now if you're not familiar with me, hopefully you are at least familiar with my Miata. I'll link to our VinWiki page down below. Now I love the Miata, it's not going anywhere, but I do think the Gallardo with its V10 mid-engine power will fly even better. What do you guys think? I had these renderings drawn up so you can get a basic idea of what we're going for. I'm sure things will change once we get into it, but you get the idea. We'll talk more about the looks here in a minute. We'll take a lot of inspiration from the Local Motors Rally Fighter with a decent amount of ground clearance while still maintaining the car look. But then once you get in the air, you have a lot of suspension droop and about 20 inches of travel. Here's one racing the San Felipe 250, which is basically just a scaled down version of the Baja 1000, and it looks like it's performing pretty well. Sway is all about pursuing your dreams, and I dream big. Let me tell you about our 5-step plan for this Gallardo. Step 1, Icecana. We'll be picking up the car right at the start of winter, so we've got to have some fun with it. About an hour drive from my shop here in Denver is Georgetown Lake. Once it freezes over by about mid-January, they start holding ice races there most weekends. Let me tell you, it is a blast in a normal car. I've been out there with my A4, my 3000 GT, my buddy's 911, and I've seen some wild cars, but never a Lamborghini. The Dash 2 may hurt us a bit here. All-wheel drive cars tend to do better on ice, but if we put big enough spikes through the tires like these Jeeps, I think we'll be all right. It'll be entertaining to say the least. Step 2, the build. My dad and I have been building off-road and race cars for basically my entire life. We have the shop space, the tools, the experience to get it done. I am aware that we wouldn't be the very first off-road Lamborghini, but we gotta give Chris somebody to race, right? I've been following this B is for build very closely since I've dreamed of doing this for many years, just waiting for the right car to pop up, and thankfully it finally has. Here are some of the key differences I see right away. First, our V10 is going to sound insane. Imagine this sound, but ripping through the desert. Second is looks. With us being fortunate enough to start with a non-wrecked car, we'll be able to retain a lot more of the Gallardo look and feel. The goal will be to find the perfect combination of original Gallardo looks with the off-road capabilities we need. The Baja 911 is a great example of this. We'll have to add back some type of roof for safety, spare tire on the back, rock sliders all around, big old skid plate, and of course light bars for racing at night. Ideally sitting on 33-inch tires with 17-inch bead locks. And this is how it turned out. Not bad for first draft. I'd be stoked to drive this thing around for sure. With the Gallardo's shorter wheelbase and overall length, it will make us more nimble than the Jumpicon. We're also able to learn from some of their mistakes, especially in regards to ride height, suspension design, and what jumps to not take it off. But for me, the biggest difference will be what we do with it after it's built. I consider myself a driver first, builder second, where obviously from their name, they're the opposite. This car is going to be built to be driven hard, which leads me to steps 3 through 5. The car will be built to score safety standards to be the first Lamborghini Gallardo to race in the Baja 1000. Still researching the rules, but will probably compete in Safari class, possibly class 2. I'm not great at following rules, so I may need some help here. But if a Porsche can do it, so can a Lamborghini. It'll be hilarious and awesome. Step 4 is Lamboland. Think of it as Cletus McFarlane's Freedom Factory meets Axel Hodge's Slayground. The ultimate off-road skate park full of jumps, grind rails, wall rides, all built to be hit by an off-road Lamborghini. Plus, multiple tracks where we can hold all types of races and public events just like the Freedom Factory, but maybe turned up a notch. Step 5, we add an all-wheel drive system, twin turbo it, and go for the 4-wheel vehicle distance jump world record currently held by Bryce Menzies at 379 feet. Now I understand every step is ambitious, but I've accomplished every goal I've ever set for myself, so we'll break it down into small chunks and get it done. It won't be overnight, but it'll all be documented right here and be a wild ride for everyone to follow along.